Albania may be the first in the Eurovision alphabet, and they're usually one of the first to pick their songs as well. Duje by Albina and Familja Kelmendi is their choice this year. But do we like Duje? Let's review Eurovision. So Albina and the Familja Kelmendi are Albania's choice this year. Albina, even though she dresses like a 40-year-old, is 25. She's only a few weeks older than me, plot twist. And she's wheeling her family along to the Eurovision stage in Liverpool to sing the ethnic, very dramatic Duje. We're going to find out our opinions in just a moment. But first, here's a little listen. Alrighty, that was Duje, but Duje like it, Emily?
I do. I like the messaging essentially behind it, and I like that it feels so traditional and that you can see kind of, the important role that kind of family plays in Albanian culture. And I really like that they brought that. And the song itself, I don't mind. It's kind of, it's fine. She can sing, and the fact that it kind of like jumps between the family is quite nice as well. So I do like it. It's probably just not my taste. I think it's one of those ones where you can appreciate the effort and the thought that has gone into it and the kind of representation that it kind of has for Albania. But in terms of how much I like it as a song, I'm probably less keen. It's kind of fine, but yeah, I like the messaging and the tradition of it more than I actually probably like the song.
So positive, but not going on any playlists by the sounds of it. She's nodding.
She's nodding. She's got background noise, so she's just having to mute at every opportunity.
Fair enough. She's nodding anyway. Sort of, I would agree, but be a little bit more passionate about it, actually. It's sort of accidentally become one of my favorites of the year, really by accident, because I just started listening to it. It's when they released the studio cut that I was like, oh, actually, this is really good. And it's mysterious and really ethnic and instrumental at the beginning. Then it's dramatic, and then it becomes quite mysterious in the middle bit. And the voices all merge together nicely. As you say, the sort of flits between the family members, and then all comes together really nicely at the last minute. And I really enjoy listening to it. By the time it finishes, I want to put it back on again. And I just generally really, really enjoy it. I think it's a nice message. It's nice that she's got her family there. I just find it really, really pleasant to listen to, and it's a really enjoyable experience to enjoy it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It is just kind of enjoyable and nice, but yeah.
Yeah, it's whether it goes much beyond that, because nice doesn't often do all that well at Eurovision. Sometimes it does, but not always. But I was even thinking, I was listening to all of them before we sort of recorded this, and I was thinking, is there any Albanian entry that I've actually liked more than this? And I can't think of one, which is quite high praise. I quite liked Sekret last year, but then she sort of tanked, like nosedived in the live.
Yeah, it kind of when it came to the actual performance, it sank quite a bit in my estimations. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I can't think of any other kind of Albanian entries that I would prefer over this.
Yeah, it's a strange one because it's not. I don't know where I put it in my ranking if we were to do it as we've done it in the past. But I don't know. I just really, really enjoy listening to it. So it's almost accidentally become one of my favorites. So we'll see how it's going to do in the second semi-final when it performs. It's performing in the second half. You can see exactly where in the running order it is with the graphic on your screen. But where do we think it's going to come out of the semi-final? And out of 10, where do you place it, Emily?
I think because of I hope it does get out of the semi-final and into the final, because it isn't like anything else in the competition, and it's not like kind of something that we've seen for a while, I don't think. And it's because it doesn't just feel like, oh, a singing family. It feels like there's this huge focus on the importance of family, so it feels like there's a really kind of nice an original message. So I really hope it does get out of the semi-final. I would because it's in the second semi-final, I'd have thought it probably will. But for me personally, just because, as I've said, it's, you know, in terms of the actual song itself, it's just probably not something that I would listen to frequently. I've given it a 5.5 out of 10.
Ooh, that's hard.
That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate it or like what they've done. It's just that, you know, beyond the contest, will I listen to it? No, probably not.
Fair enough. I think I might. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. 5.5 feels quite harsh, but fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion. I'll go for my score first of all. I'm going to give it an 8 because it really has surprised me how much I've come to love it. The first few listens, I wasn't massively fussed, but with the studio version, it's really, really come to life, and so I'm going to give it an 8. I want it to get out of the semi-final. I really, really do, but in a normal year, when it was jury and televote, I think it might have done. It's just the televote only. It's really hard to predict because we've not had it like this for a very, very long time. So I think it might struggle. It is in the second half, but I just have a feeling it's gonna just miss out, like 11th, 12th. But I want it to go through.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point actually about it being a kind of just televote, because it is the kind of thing that probably a jury might appreciate slightly more.
Yeah, and when Albania's qualified in the past, I think I think Karma in 2021 wouldn't have qualified if it was just televote only. Mal in 2018 wouldn't have qualified televote only. So Albania does often get lifted by the juries. So it's in the sort of the category of San Marino and Malta, in that they don't often get a massive televote score. So they might be hurt by this. I do want to see it in the final though, because I think the final will be better for it. Yeah, not convinced.
No, definitely. Well, that's it from this episode. Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and click the little bell notification, so you get notified every time we upload new content. But that's it for this episode. Thanks very much for watching.